Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen. I'm one of the co-founders of Tilo. We are a Berlin tech company. I'll tell you a bit about what we do in a second. A couple of my colleagues are here. Stefan is in the corner and Sami is in the other corner. This is an event that we run once a month. This is the 5th time we've run the event. We always have talks, speakers coming in and talking about the data science of business. So the idea is that the talks are less about the data science and more about the so what of the data science. What are the business implications? Like I said, we've done this 5 times, or this is the 5th time we've done this. All the talks are also recorded and usually posted on YouTube. If you go to our website, tilotech.io/unstructured, then you will see all the previous talks that we have had. It's interesting to look at the kind of growth of an online event, and since we're a data science event, I thought I should at least put a little bit of data in there, if not much science. But the first time we ran this event, we had something like 35 sign-ups, and I think 5 or 6 people turned up. And then we had maybe 5 or 6 people on the online stream. The second event was more or less the same. The third event, we had 50 people registered. And for some reason, our show-up rate switched from about 20% to suddenly about 75%. So obviously people cancelled the RSVPs as well. And then we had 30 people at that event, which was amazing. Still not many people online. And in the last event, I think we had 24 people. This event definitely broke the records. I think people like to hear about venture capital and people like to hear about data science. So the combination is quite good, because we had over 80 registrations for the in-person event. Obviously, there's not 80 people in here, thankfully, or it'd be boiling. But there's a limit of 40, and I guess we're about 25 or something, maybe, which is a very nice show up. So thank you all for coming along on this warm evening. Something we do to try and kind of encourage or / guilt trip people into turning up is giving a donation to charity for people that actually turn up. Unfortunately, tonight I think we have something like 30 people on the waiting list, and those people presumably can't come because a whole bunch of people didn't turn up. But for every person that does turn up, we give a donation to UNICEF, specifically to the Ukraine Fund, and so far we've donated 620 euros. So what is Tilo? Who are we? We're your hosts. We are a company that does entity resolution. But as the slide says, most people don't know what the heck entity resolution is. So I will try briefly to explain. Entity resolution: the task of disambiguating the same entity's records through data deduplication and matching. Now, hopefully to the data scientists, that does mean something. But in case it doesn't, here's a more practical example. It's when you have, for example, multiple customers in your database or across multiple databases. You think they're all separate people, but actually they are all the same person. And your challenge is, how do you actually connect those so you can actually work on real data? So it's about transforming messy, inconsistent data. And where we specialize is doing this in real time and doing it at scale. Why is this important? Bad data obviously has a big impact on data science related activities. And the sorts of applications we have are improving the data that is used for fraud detection, improving the data for targeted marketing. And obviously data privacy is a big issue. If you've got data across lots of databases in your company and somebody says to you, show me all the data you've got, that's a massively difficult task. Then link all that data back together and say, okay, this is all the data I have about you. So in a nutshell, how can we be, or how can companies be customer-centric and data-driven if the data is a mess? So We're based on serverless technology. That's what makes our solution possible. That's what makes it possible to do entity resolution at scale and in real time. The reason we built this is because we were all working in another company where we were trying to do entity resolution. We couldn't find anything on the market that would work, so we built a new solution from scratch, and it worked so well that we spun it out into a new company. And so we've been working on this for the last 6 months. So we were founded in, well, we raised our investment round at the end of December last year, and we've been doing a bunch of POC contracts recently with fairly big companies. But we're now moving towards making it accessible as software as a service. So you can just sign up and get access to our API, define your schema, define your matching rules, all within a user interface, much easier to use. And we're going to be launching that probably at the Data Natives conference, which is at the end of August. So if you would like to be part of the beta group, then I would invite you to go to this website, tilores.io, where you can sign up to join the beta list and be one of the first people to test it. We're very keen to have as many beta testers as possible, as you can imagine. So if you're working in a company, lots of data, messy and consistent, you're trying to match it together, come along to us and see how that could potentially work for you. Like I said, we'll be launching this at Data Natives, and we'll very likely also be hosting the next Unstructured Meetup as a satellite event together with Data Natives. So we'll probably be here again, but yeah, under the Data Natives banner.